fuck is up, internet? I'm that dude, Swainzilla, aka old guy with too much time on his hands, coming at you from the man cave, and this is crazy ass news. The idea behind this series is that I scour the internet for crazy, recent, non-political news stories that I don't know anything about. I choose articles based solely on their headlines, and I read through them while talking shit the whole time. So let's get after that thing. Japan launches nationwide competition to boost alcohol consumption. What? Here, if you have competitions involving alcohol are illegal. Most states, anyway. At least the state I live in. You can't have like drinking games at the bars. That's illegal. Interesting. Let's delve a little deeper into this, shall we? There was a 20% decline in beer consumption between 2019 and 2020. Wonder why. With sales volumes down to less than 1.8 billion liters, I guess that means. Huh. I think drinking probably went up over those last 2 years. The Japanese government has launched a nationwide competition calling for ideas to encourage people to drink more alcohol after a change in the attitudes among the young resulted in a slide in tax revenues. Oh, of course. So the government's like, yo, we need our cut. We need some loot. You ain't drinking, man. We need that tax money. Interesting. So it's not really a competition to drink. It's to come up with ideas to encourage people to drink. Interesting. The Sake Vive campaign, the Sake Viva campaign, which is being run by the National Tax Agency. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the IRS running like a drinking competition? What the fuck? Asked 20 to 39-year-olds to come up with proposals to help revitalize the popularity of alcoholic drinks, which have fallen out of favor because of lifestyle changes during the coronavirus pandemic and among young people. Interesting. I wonder what about the pandemic made them not be able to drink? I feel like there was probably just a lag, you know what I mean? Like the lockdown. I don't know how long their lockdown situations compared to us, but maybe that explains the drop off. They're saying consumption though. I don't know how they would. That's got to be based on sales. The competition, which runs until September 9th, calls for new products and designs, as well as ways to promote home drinking. Entrants are also encouraged to explore sales methods using the metaverse, according to local website gg.com. Okay, so encouraging drinking at home. So I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand because these people aren't going out. So they're like, drink more at home then. If you're not going to go out, be at home on the metaverse or order an alcohol so we get our tax money. New products and designs. Interesting. I mean, dude, you could fucking make a killing over there. We got fucking sell some Four Loko over there. Those people go nuts. The NTA said alcohol consumption in Japan had fallen from an average of 100 liters a person a year in 1995 to 75 liters in 2020. That's 25 years, though. Wow, that went down 1% a year, 25%. Is that right? I'm not gonna pretend to do the math there. That was a mistake to put myself out Front Street like that. The decrease in alcohol sales has hit Japan's budget, which is already running a deficit of more than Y48TN, something trillion. And then they have $90 billion, I guess. I don't know. They have their the currency is, this is Newsbreak. I don't know where this news agency is, but they assume I would know either of those, but I don't. I'm American. I went to a public school. I don't know what the fuck that shit means. Taxes on alcohol account for 1.7% of Japan's tax revenue in 2020, down from 3% in 2011 and 5% in 1980. Wow, they have stopped drinking. Interesting. I wonder if that's worldwide, though. I mean, I wouldn't have any clue to how much. That's interesting. I might have to look into that. Google that for yourself if you're interested. Find out. Well, how much is are we drinking more or less than we have since 1990? The total revenue from tax on alcohol in the 2020 financial year fell by more than, whatever their currency is. I think it says billion to trillion something, compared with the previous year. The NTA said earlier this month it was the biggest fall in alcohol tax income in 31 years, according to the Japanese Times. Well, I mean, I wonder when they do that. I wonder what I guess it's supposed to sound crazy, but like a lot can happen in 31 years. I mean, to go back that far, it seems kind of irrelevant. It just seems like something to say when people say that. That's the biggest fall in tax incomes in 31 years. Like, yeah, I mean, okay. That really doesn't mean a whole lot, honestly. As working from home made strides to a certain extent during the COVID-19 crisis, many people have come to question whether they need to continue the habit of drinking with colleagues to deepen communication. What? That's why they drink with it? They drink to deepen communication skills with their colleagues? That's not why. Why would you want to drink like for that reason? That's their problem. That's their problem right there. Because they're trying to get their fellow employees to drink with each other. That's your problem. Yeah, you gotta give them other reasons to drink than that. Yeah, I think I just solved your problem right there. I think I just solved it. An official at the agency told the English language newspaper at the time, if the new normal takes root, that will be an additional headwind for tax revenue. There was a particularly steep decline in beer consumption, with sales volume down 20% to less than 1.8 billion liters. Kirin Brewery, which makes Kirin Lager and Ichiban Shibori, said per capita beer consumption in Japan totaled about 55 bottles in 2020. What? 55 bottles? Per capita in the previous year. So they're only drinking 55 bottles a year? I guess I don't know what their population is, and that's probably an average. Interesting. Japan's health minister said it hoped the campaign would also remind people to remember to drink only the appropriate amount of alcohol. Oh, here we go. So the country, these motherfuckers are saying drink, 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 and then there's some fucking, you know what I mean, some nerd has to come in. Yeah, but only drink so much. Of course. Some fucking scientist comes in and throws some water on the whole fucking shindig. What the fuck? Yeah, they don't put his name on there. The health ministry. Oh, that's not even one person. It's the whole ministry. No wonder. Finalists in the competition will be invited to Gala Award ceremony in Tokyo on the 10 November, on November 10th. And the tax office said it would support the commercialization of the idea from the winner. Oh my God! So that's it. So yeah, this is just a way to get tax revenue. I mean, is that expensive? I mean, 1.7% of their whole revenue doesn't seem like a whole lot. It's interesting that they're not gonna. Is there an actual award, or you just get to go to these galas and stuff? Yeah, you get a ceremony. And then they're going to use your shit. That's it. Yeah, finalists in the competition will be invited to gala award ceremony. Yeah, they're not really saying what you get. You'd think that would be something they advertise. Why don't I know that? Why don't they put that in this article, what they're going to win? Interesting. I think I solved it. You got to come up with a better reason for these people to drink than to just hang out with their coworkers. Not that there's anything wrong with hanging out with your coworkers, but if you're just hanging around with your coworkers, you're just getting drunk talking about work. You don't want to do that every time you drink. You got to lighten up the mood, man. I don't know. That's interesting. Pretty interesting story. That came out. I don't know if that's really what I expected. I kind of expected. I guess I should have expected that. That's about the government getting money. I'm curious to find. I'm definitely going to try to figure out what the averages of drinking is, because this per capita beer consumption in Japan totaled about 55 bottles in 2020, a 9% decline from the previous year. Huh. Interesting. How many bottles do you drink in a year? 55. Jesus Christ. That's like a month? Yeah, I don't really drink that much. 2 months? 55 bottles? That's if you're not including cans. Anyway, later.